So this is going to be a quick little training on your walking each day, trying to get daily steps in, and why walking is best for cardio. So, jumping right in, what we're going to talk about here today is again why walking is best for cardio, how to walk more even when you're busy, because I know a lot of people say that, well, I don't have time to get outside and walk and whatnot. So we're going to talk about how to do that even when you're busy, a daily step goal, and a walking time goal that we'll talk about in just a minute. So why walking is best for cardio. So you might hear a lot of times like, oh, what's the best form of cardio? Is it swimming? Is it biking? Is it, hit classes? Like, what is it? Well, at the end of the day, it really depends on what you enjoy the most. And what I've found is that most people enjoy walking way more than they enjoy running, swimming, biking, all that stuff. So this is why I recommend walking for cardio. One of the main reasons. So another reason why walking is best is that it's easy to recover from. So because it doesn't cause much damage to your body, you can walk a lot and still recover properly. As opposed to like running, you can't run a lot throughout the week and still recover. It's going to really mess up your legs and stuff like that if you do it a lot. So if you ran for, an hour every single day, you're going to be messed up, right? But if you walk for an hour every day, wouldn't be too bad. So another reason that why walking is easy to recover from, right, is that again, too much intense cardio impedes your ability to work out and perform on a daily basis. So if you're too busy trying to worry about high intense cardio, your other workouts, your strength training workouts, are going to get forgotten about, and you're not going to be able to perform as best as you could in those. So another reason why walking is good is that you can walk for the rest of your life, right? It's one of the few activities you can do until you're elderly. All right. So by getting into the routine of walking now, even if you're not elderly, right? But by getting into the routine now, you'll already be good at an activity that you can do forever. You'll already be in the habit of walking so that when you're 80 or 85, you're still in that routine. And because it's not a super strenuous exercise, getting into the habit of doing something not super strenuous but good for you is going to carry you into your older years. So the last reason here that walking is really good for cardio is that it is a form of cardio that does not compete with muscle building. So cardio like hit classes, long distance running, cardio classes, biking, swimming, etc., stuff like that, they compete with the muscle building signal. So what exactly does that mean? So your body basically gets really good at what you do a lot of, right? So if you do a lot of running, biking, hit classes, all that stuff, it's going to be constantly trying to get good at those activities. Well, how does your body get good at those activities? It decreases the amount of energy that you have to use in order to complete that task. So in order to run 5 miles, the first time you do it, you might use 1,000 calories to do that. That's too much. Obviously, you don't use that much, but just for argument's sake, right? Let's say you use 1,000 calories to run 5 miles the very first time you do it. Well, every time you do it after that, your body is getting better at it, so it's using less and less energy. So the next time you run 5 miles, you're burning 800 calories. The next time you run it, you're burning 700. The next time it's 600, so on and so forth, to the point where your body has gotten so good at running that it barely uses any energy. The opposite is true for strength training. So by strength training, you are building muscle, and because you have more muscle on your frame, muscle is expensive tissue, meaning your body has to constantly feed it calories in order to just keep that muscle on your body. So that is what we want to do in order to speed up your metabolism. So if you're consistently doing cardio, you're conflicting with that muscle building signal that we're trying to send. Your body is being torn in two different places. It wants to get good at cardio by decreasing metabolism, but you're also strength training, so it's trying to build muscle at the same time and speed metabolism. So you can kind of see where you're just basically keeping yourself in one spot. You're not really going anywhere. You want to make sure that you're doing a form of cardio that keeps you healthy, like walking, but it doesn't conflict with that signal. So walking doesn't send as strong of a signal as like running or biking or swimming or hit classes, so it's not going to disrupt that signal. So it's going to allow your body to still stay on the path of speeding metabolism and building muscle. Okay, I know that was kind of a long-winded response there, but it's super important. So how do we walk every day, even when you're busy? Okay, so something that has worked for tons and tons and tons of clients is attaching a daily walk to something you already do each day. So don't try to set aside 45 minutes to go on a walk in your calendar. Most people don't have the time to do that. So instead, what we're going to do instead is attaching the walk to something you do every day, like eating, right? So I eat 3 times a day. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'm going to attach a 10-minute walk after I eat my meals each day. That's going to add up to 30 minutes of walking, but I only did it in 10-minute spurts. So I eat breakfast, go on a 10-minute walk. Come back, do my thing, eat lunch, go on a 10-minute walk. Do my thing, and then dinner time, after dinner walk, 10 minutes, super simple. And you've added up all that time to 30 minutes of walking, but it didn't take you 30 minutes at one time, which most people don't have to spare. So another example is I drop the kids off from school and I pick them up every day. So I'm going to walk for 15 minutes right after I drop them off. And then I'm also going to get there 15 minutes earlier when I pick them up so I can walk before I get them. That adds up to 30 minutes of walking. I just spread it out into 2 segments, right? So you're, getting there 15 minutes earlier or staying an extra 15 minutes is not eating up that much time, and you're getting an extra 30 minutes of walking in throughout the day. So attach walking to something you already do each day. Don't try to set it out and be its own thing. I hope that makes sense. So you've probably heard a lot of things about a daily step goal, right? So a lot of people throw around the number of 10,000. That's just a good whole round number that really keeps you active and keeps you kind of moving throughout the day. So how do you slowly increase this step goal? Well, we're going to do it in spurts. So if you do have a step counter, we're going to start by adding 500 steps to your daily step count each week until you get to 10,000. So what this would look like, if you're already walking around 5,500 steps per day, which is around what most people do if you're somewhat active, but you sit at a desk and stuff, it probably looks around like this number. So week 1, you'll bump it up to 6,000 steps a day. Week 2, you'll just go to 6,500. Week 3, 7,000. Week 4, 7,500, so on and so forth until you get to 10,000. And then there's no reason to go much higher than that. That's a really good point to be at. Okay. But also, in order to help you get there, in order to help you slowly increase, we're going to do a daily time goal each day. So starting today, you have a goal of walking for 30 minutes each day, including the weekends. This is not excluding Saturday and Sunday. So what's going to happen is each day of the week, there's going to be a checkoff box in your Trainerized calendar that just says walking. And all that means is 30 minutes a day to walk and get moving. Again, you can use the segments tool to break up the 30 minutes each day if you need. So if you need to do the 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, or the 15, 15, or however you want to break it up. If you want to do, 6 walks a day that are only 5 minutes, you just take a quick walk around the block, come back, that's fine too. But it's going to have to add up to 30 minutes. So that's going to be in your Trainerized calendar too. So again, this is why walking is super important for you. We're going to start implementing this now so we can get good at it again, so that in a couple of years, we're already in that habit. So go ahead and start doing it now, and then let me know whatever questions you have and how else I can help you.